Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Detroit Lions fans. Let's get to the news. It's been a roller coaster of a season for the Detroit Lions. Coming off a year where they managed to clinch their division and secure the #1 overall seed in the NFC, expectations for 2024 were sky high. Fans were dreaming of a deep playoff run, maybe even a trip back to the Super Bowl. But as we all know, the NFL has its own plans, and unfortunately, injuries have cast a long shadow over the Lions' journey this season, especially on the defensive side, where the depth has been tested like never before. It's a story that's been unfolding in real time, and it's crucial to understand just how significant this is for Detroit's future. The Lions, despite these setbacks, managed to hold on to their divisional crown and keep their postseason hopes alive, but the road has been anything but smooth. They faced tough battles early on, and injuries to key players on defense have hampered their ability to dominate at times. It's a testament to the resilience of this team that they're still in the hunt, but the cracks are beginning to show. And now, with the playoffs behind them, the focus shifts to what's next. How can Detroit bounce back stronger, healthier, and more prepared for another shot at glory? The latest update from the Lions camp adds another layer of concern. On Thursday, head coach Dan Campbell revealed that tight end Sam Laporta will miss a little bit of time, according to Colton Pouncey from The Athletic. This news has certainly sent ripples through the fanbase and the media alike. Laporta, who has been a bright spot in Detroit's offense this season, has shown flashes of brilliance, combining great hands with exceptional route running. His presence on the field has been vital, especially given the offensive struggles at times, and losing him, even temporarily, raises questions about the team's depth at tight end. Fans immediately took to social media to voice their reactions. Some expressed hope that Laporta could sit out the preseason entirely, aligning with the idea that avoiding unnecessary risk is the priority. One fan tweeted, "Tight end is the most injury-prone position in football, it seems. Hopefully, he sits out the entire preseason." Others were more cautious, suggesting that if Laporta misses some camp but is ready for the regular season, that would be acceptable. If he's a candidate for PUP for the first 4 weeks of the season, that's a different story. Another fan commented, referencing the physically unable to perform list that can keep players out for a month or more. Still, there's a general feeling among the fanbase that this is a significant concern, especially considering the importance of Laporta in Detroit's offensive schemes. Now, it's worth stepping back for a moment and recognizing how critical Laporta has been this season. Since stepping into a starting role, he's displayed remarkable chemistry with quarterback Jared Goff, making key catches and providing a reliable target in crucial moments. His versatility as a tight end allows him to line up both in the slot and inline, creating mismatches against defenses. The Lions' offense has looked more dynamic with Laporta on the field, and losing that weapon, even temporarily, could impact their scoring potential and offensive rhythm. But Laporta isn't the only concern. The injury bug has bitten the Lions quite hard this year, especially on the defensive side. Detroit's defense has been a mixed bag, at times suffocating, at other times vulnerable. The injuries on this side of the ball have made it harder for the Lions to maintain consistency. Players like linebacker Jack Campbell and safety Tracy Walker have had their moments, but injuries have limited their availability and effectiveness at times. It's a reminder of how thin the margin is in the NFL and how a few key injuries can derail even the most promising seasons. The Lions, front office, and coaching staff are well aware of this. They have been working tirelessly to keep players healthy, especially as they prepare for the critical stretch of the season. The importance of health cannot be overstated. The NFL schedule is brutal, and every team faces obstacles. But for Detroit, staying healthy is arguably the most significant factor in their quest for another deep playoff run. Their roster is talented, with Jared Goff leading the charge on offense and a defense that, when healthy, can compete with anyone. But the reality is, injuries have tested their depth and resilience. Looking deeper into the team's current state, it's clear that the Lions have a roster filled with young, hungry players eager to prove themselves. Players like Aiden Hutchinson, their primary pass rusher, have been spectacular this season, showing why he's considered one of the emerging stars in the league. His ability to pressure quarterbacks and set the tone on defense has been instrumental. But even stars like Hutchinson can't do it all alone, especially when the rest of the unit is dealing with injuries and inconsistency. Offensively, Goff has been a leader and a stabilizing force, making clutch throws and keeping the Lions competitive in every game. His connection with players like Sam Laporta has been a highlight, and now, with Laporta potentially missing time, the offensive game plan might need adjustments. The Lions have a deep receiving core and a solid running game led by David Montgomery, but the tight end position remains a key piece in their puzzle. Laporta's ability to create mismatches and make contested catches has been vital, especially in third-down situations and red zone opportunities. The coaching staff, led by Dan Campbell, has always emphasized resilience and grit. Campbell's fiery personality and strategic mindset have kept this team motivated through adversity. His comments about Laporta's injury reflect the reality of the NFL. Sometimes, the injury report feels like a game of chess, with every move having potential ripple effects. Campbell's approach is to keep the team focused on what they can control, and that's the effort, preparation, and staying healthy moving forward. As we look ahead, the main question for Lions fans is how can this team regroup and come back stronger? The answer lies in their depth, leadership, and the resilience that Dan Campbell has instilled in this squad. The next few weeks will be critical, especially as they navigate the preseason and the early part of the regular season. It's essential that players like Sam Laporta recover fully and quickly to give Goff and the offense their full arsenal of weapons. The offensive line has also been a strength, providing Goff with the protection he needs to execute plays at a high level. Maintaining that protection will be vital, especially with Laporta's potential absence. From a strategic perspective, the Lions might need to adapt their offensive schemes slightly, perhaps relying more on their running game or spreading the ball around to other receivers. The coaching staff has shown adaptability in the past, and that will be crucial this season. The defense, meanwhile, must step up and make the most of their opportunities, especially when facing teams with potent offenses. The injuries on defense could force some young players into larger roles, which might be an opportunity for development and growth. Now, it's also worth mentioning that this season, the NFC North has become more competitive than ever. The Minnesota Vikings, Green Bay Packers, and Chicago Bears are all building towards something, and every game counts even more now. The Lions' success in the division depends heavily on how well they can manage adversity and keep their key players healthy. It's a long road ahead, but Detroit's talent and coaching make them a formidable opponent for anyone. In terms of their playoff outlook, if they can get everyone back to full health and maintain their consistency, they're still very much in the conversation for another deep postseason run. Goff's leadership, combined with the offensive weapons like Sam Laporta and a defense that can come together when it counts, makes the Lions a team to watch. Their resilience in the face of injuries so far shows a lot about their character, and the coaching staff's ability to adapt will be tested in the coming weeks. Looking at the bigger picture, the Lions aren't just fighting for this season. They're building a culture of resilience, grit, and determination. The injuries are a setback, no doubt, but they also serve as a test of the team's depth and mental toughness. The players, coaching staff, and front office all share a common goal: to come out stronger, more prepared, and ready to contend not just for this year, but for future seasons as well. And now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on all this? How do you see the team handling the injuries, especially with Laporta's situation? Do you believe the Lions can overcome these hurdles and make a serious push in the playoffs? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Detroit Lions. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Detroit Lions news. The season is still unfolding, and if there's one thing we know for sure, it's that this team has the heart and talent to bounce back and surprise us all.